I've just magically made it to Sofia. Where is Sofia, you might ask? It's the capital of Bulgaria. I continue my tour around the Balkans, although some people say this is purely Eastern Europe. So I am now in pure Eastern Europe, but it is also part of the European Union. And it's come a long way since I've been here, or at least that's what I'm thinking it has. The last time I was here was 18 years ago, if you can believe that. So it is my ambition to see what's changed and also explore the city and hopefully entertain along the way. Well, not entertain, just sort of take you on a journey. There we go. No promises. Let's go. So right behind me is the statue of Sofia. Yeah. This is the what the city is named after, and yeah. Sofia is. Yeah. Who is Sofia?
She's a mother.
Mother. Okay. Sofia is a mother. Okay. Mother of the city of Sofia. Mother of the Bulgarian people.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Sunday.
That is beautiful. So what we just saw there was the Royal Court of Justice, or the Bulgarian equivalent to the Palace of Justice, I think it is called. Closed today is a Saturday, so the judges do not work on Saturday. This right here is the main shopping street in Bulgaria, in Sofia. And as you can see, busy, lots of restaurants down the outskirts, and a lot of people shopping. It is Saturday after all. I'm on the 24th floor at the restaurant called The View, and it's quite a view. You can see right behind me everything I've just walked, and yeah, so far so good. It's about 33 degrees, it's a beautiful day, nice.
like little caravans with.
But
I think that one's.
I'm stuffed. Can't eat any more food.
Quickly passing.
Oh, it's
Proper hard job, isn't it?
very hard work. Okay, second day in Sofia. Bit of a strange one last night. I think it's all the traveling. Literally every single day I've been place, travel, constantly traveling. And I think in doing so, it just saps your energy. On average, on my step pedometer on the pedometer on the iPhone, I'm sort of tracking around between 12 to 15 miles a day on average in terms of walking. And on top of that, sometimes I'm taking 5-6 hour bus journeys and train journeys, and sort of also carrying a fairly heavy bag with me. It sort of all adds up, and it sort of drains your energy. Plus, I have to admit, probably not as young as I used to be. But it did mean that, sadly, I did let down a few people. I wasn't out last night. Some fellow travelers and also people I know in Sofia wanted to go out last night. It was a Saturday night. I just simply didn't have the energy. I did sort of wake up briefly to see the McGregor flight where he lost in round 10. Not sure if that was fixed or not. The round 10, he just sort of fell over. But it was, so onwards. I'm off to see the namesake cathedral, Alexander Cathedral in Sofia. It's the #1 tourist attraction in Sofia, apparently. So, looking on my way there now, about half a mile away. So behind me is the Alexander Nevsky Russian cathedral. It was basically built in 1912, so it's just over 100 years old, and it was built to basically commemorate the 200 soldiers that basically lost their lives during the Russian, the Turkish, in 1877, 1878, 200,000 soldiers lost their lives liberating this part of Bulgaria from the Turkish army, or Turkish Empire, really. People forget the atrocities committed by the Turkish Empire. It's sort of, they've been doing it for hundreds and hundreds of years, and people forget that. They're not the sort of saints that we sort of make them out to be these days. They committed a lot of atrocities, and the Russians stepped in and basically liberated Sofia and Bulgaria. And because of this, we remember the 200 soldiers with this church. Let's go inside. Okay, just in case you don't know when this video was being made, it is late August, so obviously beautiful weather. Sofia, the last time I was here, a long time ago, but it was coated in snow. In the winter, they get a lot of snow. Obviously, they've got the surrounding mountains. You can go to one of their ski resorts nearby, Banksko or Borovets, and I'm sure there's others. Those are obviously the two most popular ones. And it's a contrasting city. Obviously in the summer, baking sunshine. In the winter, lots and lots of snow. A little bit like most of Eastern Europe, actually. That's how, because they don't have the warming effects of the Atlantic and the jet stream that the UK fortunately gets, or sadly gets, depending on your perspective. And it's a grand city. I mean, it's got a lot of, historically, there's a lot to see here. There's a military museum, there's national galleries, there's archaeological museums, and there is a lot of archaeologists to see. Question is, you know, how many museums can you see in the brief amount of time you're going to be here? But you know, try your best. Let's see what I see. So I've just walked through a small market. Reality is, every time I tried filming, they said no pictures, so I could basically sort of get the outskirts of and not show detail. Reason being, a lot of the objects on display in the market was basically Nazi memorabilia. Quite interesting, actually. I mean, obviously some of it's going to be fake, but there was a lot of Nazi medals, Nazi tags, There was a very nice Nazi knife. Some of it reasonably priced, some of it a little bit overpriced. Personally, I wouldn't ever buy it myself, but interesting nonetheless, because a lot of this stuff has been destroyed by people, when in reality it's part of history, and a brutal part of history, but at the same time fascinating nonetheless. You know, just walking along some of these market stalls was incredibly interesting. I spoke to an old man, collector of Nazi watches. He seemed to think he was onto a bargain there. Yeah, interesting place.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
What you find here is many heads, basically from the 3rd and 4th century, and they're all missing noses. This is very typical of you know, archaeological finds. Mainly what you see happen with ISIS in the 21st century. The Ottoman Empire did exactly the same when they invaded Bulgaria between the 14th and 18th centuries. They destroyed anything that wasn't related to their history. And you know, you see it with ISIS and you see it with the Ottoman Empire.
village, my grandma's house. Like it's the same. It hasn't changed.
Yeah, I know. When something works, it works. It's that is a classic house based on it.
Revolutionists.
Flooding in the city. Amazing moments. So having spent the day walking around Sofia, one thing I have noticed, all of the poverty that was rife when I was here in the 90s has completely gone. Yes, there's a little bit now, but not as much as there was before. When I was here in the 90s, there were old ladies begging on the street, there were little children begging on the street, well, it was, I was shocked by what I saw back then. Now it's a well-to-do city. Everything's sort of up and coming. There's a lot of infrastructure here. The tube network's very nice. The tram network's nice. It's not the biggest city. There's not that much to see, but it's full of good people. To be honest, I spend a lot of the large chunks of it sort of having coffees and drinks with different people, which has been nice, giving me an insight into the changes around Sofia and what's happened. Yeah, gonna go off for dinner now. Well, I'm gonna go get changed and then go have some dinner. But this has been a nice few days in Sofia.